Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got something really exciting to talk about that HP just unveiled at CES 2026, and trust me, this is one of those products that makes you stop and think, wait, they actually did that. So HP has announced the EliteBoard G1a and they are calling it a PC in a keyboard. Now I know what you are thinking about already. We've seen keyboard PCs before, but this one is different. This is a fully functional Windows 11 PC with modern AI capabilities, upgradable components, and it's aimed squarely at professionals who want a clean, minimal desktop setup. So let's dive deep into everything you need to know about the HP EliteBoard G1a. So first off, what exactly is the EliteBoard G1a? Imagine taking all the essential components of a desktop PC like the processor, RAM storage, connectivity, and cramming them into a keyboard chassis. That's essentially what HP has done here. This is not just a keyboard with some smart features. This is a complete Windows 11 Pro computer built into what looks like a premium mechanical keyboard. You can connect it with a monitor via USB-C, plug in a mouse, and then you've got yourself a fully functional desktop computing experience. No tower under your desk, no mini PC taking up space on your desk, just a keyboard that does everything. HP is positioning this as an AI capable Copilot Plus PC, which means it is designed to take advantage of Microsoft's AI features in Windows 11, including the Copilot Assistant and all the neural processing capabilities that come with modern AI processors. This is a professional grade device, and HP is clearly targeting businesses, IT departments, and professionals who want a streamlined space saving solution without compromising on performance. Let's talk about what's powering this thing, because this is where it gets really interesting. The EliteBoard G1a is equipped with AMD Ryzen AI 300 series processors. Now, for those of us who are not familiar with what the processors are all about, AMD's Ryzen AI 300 series is their latest generation of processors that include dedicated NPUs, that is the neural processing units, specifically designed to handle AI workloads efficiently. And what does this mean in practical terms? Well, as a Copilot Plus PC, the EliteBoard can run Windows 11's AI features locally on the device. We are talking about things like real-time language translation, AI-powered image editing, intelligent search, background blur and eye contact correction in video calls, and of course, Microsoft Copilot running smoothly without needing to rely heavily on cloud processing. The Ryzen AI 300 series processors are built on modern architecture that balances performance with power efficiency, which is crucial in a form factor like this where thermal management is a challenge. AMD's chips here are providing solid multi-core performance for everyday productivity tasks, content creation, and even light creative work, all while keeping heat and power consumption manageable inside that keyboard chassis. This means the EliteBoard isn't just a novelty, it's a genuinely capable machine for office work, web browsing, video conferencing, document editing, spreadsheets, and even some light photo or video editing depending on the specific processor configuration HP offers. Now, there is something that really sets the EliteBoard apart from typical all-in-one or compact PC solution. It is the fact that HP has made the RAM and SSD storage upgradable, and this is very huge. Too often, these compact form factor devices come with soldered components that you can't upgrade. You are stuck with whatever configuration you bought. And when it becomes outdated, you have to replace the entire device. And this is time and money consuming. So HP clearly understands that professionals and businesses want longevity and flexibility in their hardware investment. And so with the EliteBoard G1a, you can open up the chassis and upgrade the RAM if you need more memory for multitasking or running memory intensive applications. You can also swap out the SSD if you need more storage or want to upgrade to a faster drive down the line. This modularity is really a smart move by HP, I would say, because it means the device can grow with your needs. You can start with 16 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes of storage. And if in 2 years you need 32 gigabytes of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage, you can make that upgrade without buying a whole new system. For businesses managing fleets of devices, this also means easier repairs and maintenance. You can replace a failed component rather than replacing the entire unit. We don't have the exact specs on what RAM speeds or storage interfaces are supported yet, but given that this is running Ryzen AI 300 series processors, we can expect DDR5 memory and NVMe SSD support, which are the modern standards for fast performance. Now let's talk about the actual design of this keyboard, because it's not just about cramming components into a keyboard. I feel HP has clearly put thought into making this a device you would actually want on your desk. From the images and information available, the EliteBoard G1a has a professional, clean aesthetic that fits right into HP's Elite business lineup. It's not overly flashy or gamer oriented, we know. It's just designed to look at home in an office environment. The keyboard itself appears to be a full-size layout with what looks like a comfortable typing experience. We know that HP knows keyboard and they would not put their Elite branding on something with a poor typing experience. The chassis is substantial enough to house all the computing components like cooling systems and batteries, while still maintaining a reasonable profile for a keyboard. And one thing to consider with a design like this is weight. Of course, with a full PC inside, this keyboard is going to be heavier than your typical keyboard, which actually might be or might not be a good thing. The good part is that it will stay planted on your desk and not slide around when you're typing. But if you are someone who likes to move your keyboard around frequently or type on your lap, this probably is not a device for you. The build quality based on HP's track record with Elite products should be solid. We are talking about a device meant for professional environments, so you can expect durable materials, good quality control, and a premium feel overall. This is not a budget device, it's just positioned as a high-end business solution. Connectivity is crucial for any modern PC, and HP has equipped the EliteBoard G1a with what appears to be a solid array of ports and connection options. The headline feature here is the USB-C connectivity for external displays. So this is how you connect your monitor to the EliteBoard. USB-C with DisplayPort alternative mode means you can use modern monitors and potentially even daisy chain displays if your setup supports it. This also means that you might be able to use a single USB cable to both power the device and transmit video depending on your monitor's capabilities. Beyond display connectivity, you can expect additional USB ports for peripherals like your mouse, your external drives, printers, and other accessories. Given HP's focus on professional users, there should be enough ports to handle a typical office setup without needing separate USB hub. Wireless connectivity is also key. The EliteBoard should have Wi-Fi 6E or Wi-Fi 7 for fast wireless networking and Bluetooth for connecting wireless mice, headphones, and other accessories. For businesses that would prefer wired connections, there should also be an Ethernet option, either built in or via a USB-C adapter. The beauty of this design is that all your connectivity is right there in your keyboard. You need to plug something in, the ports are immediately accessible, no reaching under a desk or behind a monitor stand to find the right port. Now, something that might surprise you is that the EliteBoard G1a has built-in speakers and microphones. This is actually a really smart addition for a device aimed at professionals. You think about the typical use case. You are in a video conference with a traditional desktop setup. You might be using the monitor's built-in speakers and webcam mic, or you might have separate external speakers and a USB microphone or headset. With the EliteBoard, HP has integrated speakers and microphones right into the keyboard chassis. Now, I wouldn't expect the speakers to deliver audiophile quality sound. They are designed for purposes like video calls, system sounds, and casual media playback. But for video conferencing and everyday use, having decent built-in audio means one less thing you need to set up or connect. The microphones are particularly important for Copilot Plus functionality. Windows 11's AI features include voice command and conversation with Copilot, so having good quality microphones that can pick up your voice clearly is essential. HP likely has noise cancellation technology built in to filter out keyboard typing sounds and background noise during calls. Of course, if you are someone who wants better audio quality, you can always connect external speakers or use headphones via Bluetooth or USB, but having the built-in option is a nice touch that makes this a more complete standalone solution. The EliteBoard G1a ships with Windows 11 Pro, which is exactly what you would expect for a business-focused device. Windows 11 Pro gives you all the professional features like that of the IT departments and what they need. Things like the BitLocker encryption, remote desktop, Hyper-V visualization, group policy management, and enterprise-grade security features. As a Copilot Plus PC, the EliteBoard gets access to all of Windows 11's latest AI features. This includes the Copilot Assistant that can help you with tasks, answer questions, and automate workflows. You get AI-powered features in app like Paint, like Photos, like Clipchamp for creative work. Windows Studio effects for enhanced video calling with background blur, eye contact correction, and automatic framing. And you also get features like the live caption that can transcribe audio in real time. The combination of Windows 11 Pro and AMD's Ryzen AI processor means that these AI features run smoothly on device, which is more important for privacy, latency, and reliability. Your AI processing isn't dependent on a cloud connection, it's happening right there and then on the EliteBoard. And for businesses, this also means easier deployment and management. Windows 11 Pro integrates with Microsoft Intune and other enterprise management tools. So IT departments can deploy these EliteBoards across an organization, manage updates, enforce security policies, and provide support just like any other Windows PC. So who is this device actually meant for? HP is clearly targeting several specific use cases with the EliteBoard G1a. First, there is the space-conscious professional or business. If you work in a small office, a shared workspace, a hot desking environment, or just want a cleaner desk at home, the EliteBoard eliminates the need for a separate PC tower or even a mini PC. You just have your keyboard, your mouse, and your monitor, and that's it. Second, this is perfect for IT departments managing large deployments. Imagine setting up a call center or an office with dozens of workstations. With the EliteBoard, deployment is faster and simpler. Just drop off a keyboard and connect it to a monitor. Maintenance is easier because there is less to damage, and if someone needs to move desks or work remotely, uh, the EliteBoard is more portable than a traditional desktop, of course. Third, there is the minimalist or aesthetics focused user. So people really value a clean, organized workspace without cable clutter or visible hardware. The EliteBoard delivers on that vision. Your PC is integrated into the keyboard you are already using anyway. It's also interesting for situations where desk space is at a premium, but you still need full computing power. Think about reception desks, standing desks with limited surface area, or mobile workstations where you might need to set up temporarily in different locations. So, who is this device not for? Gamers looking for high-end graphics performance, creative professionals who need workstation class GPUs, or anyone who needs maximum upgradability and expansion options. This device is not for you, because this is a productivity focused device first and foremost. Having talked about those who the device is meant for and those whom it's not meant for, we have to talk about also the performance consideration as regards to thermal heat management. One thing I'm really curious about is how HP handles thermal management in such a compact form factor. When you pack a full AMD Ryzen processor, memory, storage, and other components into a keyboard chassis, heat becomes a significant challenge. HP must have engineered a cooling solution that can keep the system running reliably under sustained workloads without the keyboard getting uncomfortably hot or the fans becoming too loud. Well, given HP's experience with thin laptops and all-in-one systems, they likely have advanced thermal design with heat pipes, vapor chambers, or other heat dissipation technology. There will probably be fan noise under heavy loads, and that's just physics. When you have active cooling in compact sense. But for typical office tasks, video conferencing, and web browsing, I would expect the EliteBoard to run relatively quietly. Performance-wise, the AMD Ryzen AI 300 series should deliver solid results for business applications. We're not talking about a system that will render 4K video in minutes or handle AAA gaming, but the Microsoft Office, Google Workspace, web application, video calls, and multitasking across dozens of browser tabs, this should perform admirably. The real test will be sustained performance. Can it maintain good speeds during long work sessions? Does thermal throttling become an issue? These are questions we'll only be able to answer once reviewers get their hands on retail units. Now let's talk about the price when it comes to to the market actually, and when you can actually get your hands on one of these. How much is it going to cost? HP has announced that the EliteBoard G1a will be available around March 2026. That's just a couple of months away from now. We are in the early phase of January 2026 right now. So we are looking at roughly 8 to 10 weeks before this starts shipping to customers. And as for pricing, HP has not officially announced the final pricing structure yet. However, given that this is positioned as an elite business product with Copilot plus AI capabilities, modern AMD Ryzen processors, and the engineering that went into this unique form factor, I would expect this to be priced as a premium device. So if I had to guess, and this is purely speculation, I would estimate the starting price somewhere in the range of 800 to 1,200 US dollars, depending on the specific configuration though. That might sound expensive for just a keyboard, but remember, this is a complete Windows 11 Pro PC with modern processing power, AI capabilities, and upgradability. When you compare it to the cost of buying a mini PC or a traditional desktop with similar spec, the pricing should be more or less competitive. There will likely be multiple configurations available at different price points with options for more RAM, larger storage, and possibly different processor tiers within the Ryzen AI 300 series lineup. Customers will probably have access to volume prices and enterprise support packages as well. It's worth putting the Elite board in context with other compact PC solutions on the market. There are mini PCs from companies like Intel, NUC, Lenovo, ThinkCentre Tiny, HP's own Elite Mini, and others. These offer small form factors, but they are still separate boxes that need to sit on or under your desk. The Elite board integrates everything into the keyboard, which is one step further in minimalism. There have been previous keyboard PCs over the years, but many have been either underpowered, running mobile processors, or designed for niche markets. The Elite board stands out by offering modern performance with AMD Ryzen AI processors and positioning itself as a legitimate business PC rather than a novelty or budget device. All-in-one PCs are another comparison point. This integrates the PC into the monitor, which saves desk space but means if your display or computer fails, you have to replace or repair the entire unit. With the Elite board, your display is separate, so you have more flexibility and component independence. The closest competitor might actually be high-end tablets with keyboard docks, but like the Microsoft Surface Pro line. But you see that those are designed primarily as tablets that can function as PCs, whereas the Elite board is a full desktop PC experience in keyboard form. Different use cases, different strength. Let's be realistic about some potential concerns and limitations with the Elite board concept. First, repairability beyond RAM and storage could be challenging. If the motherboard fails or the processor has issues, you are probably looking at a complete unit replacement rather than swapping a single component. That's the trade-off with integration generally. Second, display options are limited to what you connect externally. You can't take the Elite board with you and use it without a monitor. Unlike a laptop, this one is a desktop solution, not a portable one, despite its compact size. Third, the keyboard layout and typing experience are fixed. So if you don't like the key switches, layout, or feel of the Elite board keyboard you are struck with it, you cannot just swap in your favorite mechanical keyboard like you could do with a traditional PC. Fourth, upgrade paths are limited to RAM and storage. You can't upgrade the processor or add a discrete graphic card. When the CPU becomes outdated, you will need to replace the entire Elite board. Finally, we don't know yet about long-term reliability. Keyboards take a lot of physical abuse, as we know, through daily typing. How will the integrated PC components hold up to years of constant use? HP's build quality should be solid, but this is still a relatively new form factor. So, what's your take on the HP EliteBoard G1a? I think this is a genuinely interesting product that serves a real need in the market for businesses looking to simplify their IT infrastructure, reduce desk clutter, and deploy modern AI capabilities. The Elite board is a compelling option. The fact that it is upgradable for RAM and storage shows HP is thinking about longevity and total cost of ownership, not just making a one-off novelty product. For individual users who value minimalism and clean aesthetics, this delivers on the promise of a clutter-free desktop with modern performance. You get Windows 11 Pro, AI capabilities, and enough power for everyday productivity that's in a form factor that eliminates the traditional PC tower entirely. Is it perfect? No. There are trade-offs with any integrated design, and the Elite board won't be right for everyone. But for its target audience, like businesses and professionals who prioritize space efficiency, ease of deployment, and clean design, this could be exactly what they've been looking for. I am genuinely excited to see this come to market in March 2026 and get a chance to test one in person. The concept of a PC in the keyboard has been tried before, but with modern components, AI capabilities, and HP's enterprise focus, the EliteBoard G1a might finally be the version that breaks through and becomes a mainstream success. That's everything we know so far about the HP EliteBoard G1a. What do you think? Is this a revolutionary design or just an expensive novelty? Would you consider using one at work or at home? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tech news and reviews. I'll be keeping an eye out when these launch in March, and I hope to see you soon.